okay. He looks like, it looks like someone else has logged in. Did you just delete the website? It's him.
It's Weasel.
Yeah.
Weasel.
Okay, this guy is obviously a little out of his mind.
And he was also in control of your entire back end.
That's when kind of the chaos started.
Weasel.
Saying, well, Kate thinks like maybe you should be cut out or something. And then he would come to me and be like, well, Penelope said you're stupid.
What?
He took a baseball bat and started bashing in Penelope's skull.
What?
I remember being like, what the fuck?
I was
like,
asleep and I like wake up and Kate's just screaming like, don't fuck with me.
I was like,
Weasel, no.
Weasel.
yeah.
But basically saying we owed him $1 million.
I was like,
$1 million?
I was like, sue us. Go ahead.
Yeah, bitch.
Go ahead, Weasel. Make my day.
So
Wouldn't it be cool if we had Weasel behind here and we brought him out for...
All right, let's bring out Weasel. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome to
another episode of Ben and Emil on Talking to Women.
Yeah, we're talking to a couple of women today. They are... God. They're women who own a business. And we thought it would be pertinent to have them on and talk all about how the business started, because it's very successful, and how they've navigated tariffs, and and they just got a great story, and they're good friends of us and the show. So please welcome Penelope and Kate. Thank you so much for coming.
thank you for having us.
And Kate, you were going to describe to your audience and your customers.
And me. I've
and
never
you.
seen the show or listened.
Thank you.
You were worried that... Or not worried, maybe correct, that we're part of the manosphere.
Yeah.
I don't know what the manosphere is.
Welcome to the manosphere.
Okay, thank you.
It's a sphere where men go. It's an interdimensional
It's where men
prison.
commune and talk about stuff that, society doesn't let them talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
We say slurs and
yeah,
we
definitely.
talk
No, but
about-
Kate knows what the show is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
so
don't you explain?
I am an avid audio listener of the show. I don't watch them. And they basically, Ben is always talking about the toilet and his bidet and being like sweetly racist. And then Emil is always correcting him, a little terrified, and either talking about books or tennis. So that's the show.
Okay.
So that's the Ben
Is
and
there
Emil
like
show.
I thought the theme was like crypto. I thought you guys were like crypto bros.
we
No.
talk sometimes.
No, the theme is what I just said.
The theme is what she said. The theme is largely business world, politics mixed in, finance stuff. And
Okay.
so, we got to touch on some crypto from time to time.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we mostly think crypto is a joke, and
But we have
we're
some.
we're stuck with it.
Don't you have some?
I
Kate?
have some.
I have some.
Yeah.
Penelope has some.
What do you have?
All Doge. All
Are you
Dogecoin.
kidding? Really?
No.
Okay.
I
good.
do.
You
I
can't-
do.
You're not supposed to say.
You aren't?
What you have?
You shouldn't talk about it, I think.
Oh, that's true.
It's
That's what
like,
they say. Politics, sex, and religion.
well, because you can get scammed
Crypto.
easily if you're talking about it. Like
Yeah.
people will be like, oh,
Too late for them.
Can
okay,
hack
yeah.
your shit.
I got what's the main one?
Bitcoin?
I got Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge. I do actually have Doge.
Okay. All right.
At one point, the Doge was really valuable, and I think it's now.
It's still hanging in there, I think.
Okay.
So maybe
I bought it for nothing. So at
then
one
you're
point, I
doing
made
fine.
$10,000 off of Doge if I
Wow.
had cashed out, but I didn't.
Jeez. Well, so in case you didn't notice, we're not wearing our normal garb.
They brought us nice clothes because they said you guys look like slobs on the show.
Yeah. So can you describe to us what we're wearing? What am I wearing?
You are wearing a shirt that has a kaleidoscope. Actually, not a kaleidoscope. Okay. You are wearing a shirt that has a
Mosaic.
Pattern.
mosaic. I'm in fashion. I don't know how to describe it. Okay, it's basically just got a bunch of pictures of a repeating painting all over it. And it's a painting that we found in my grandpa's house after he died. And it was behind a very boring painting. And so it felt like this was like a secret painting.
It's
And
naked ladies.
The original, no, it's
No,
a naked man
man
Naked
and a
man.
naked
lady.
woman
and a naked lady.
diving into a beautiful lake.
Mm.
And they're in like a cave. And it feels like freedom. Feels like a purest sense of humanity. They're probably on
I'm trying
mushrooms.
to, that's the type of shit I'm trying to be on. What your
This,
granddad was
yeah.
doing, yeah.
Yeah, that's living.
Am
the
I the
life.
woman and you're the guy?
I was picturing
I
you
wanna be
not
the
there,
lady.
actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Well, I'm the guy taking the picture. I'm the guy painting
You're
you guys.
painting it.
Yeah. And then what does Emil have on?
He's got on a shirt that says "Mommy."
Apropos, is his long feminine hair. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And well, I guess we can save what you guys are wearing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can
we'll
save
save
it.
that for later
Yeah.
because it's a special treat for everybody. And I gotta say, I really like the fabric on this. This is really
That's a
nice.
linen cotton blend.
It is. Oh my god, it
Yeah.
breathes so well.
It washes really well because everything I make, I'm not precious about my clothes. It has to be able to thrown in the washer dryer.
Mm.
No dry cleaning, and then it comes out perfect.
Wow. So can you tell us how? So you both are part of. I didn't even say the name yet. Fashion brand company.
Mhm.
Yes.
Fashion
Which
brand
we're big
company.
fans of.
Yeah.
Thanks.
What?
It's hugely popular. There's lots of fans. We count
Majorly
ourselves.
popular.
Yeah, we usually when we meet people, the women have heard of it, but the men have not because we have more.
What's your demographic?
Like 90% women.
90% women.
Yeah. We do have unisex clothes.
Yeah, they're not big sellers, but make them anyways.
This seems like a men's shirt.
I mean,
It is. Yeah, it's a men's fit, but I think mostly women buy it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well,
We
have
maybe we'll get more men from your listeners.
Yeah, guys.
buying
Maybe-
Fashion brand
clothes.
company. Is
Maybe
it?
I'll post a little pic of me on Instagram in my mommy shirt.
Man, I really like it.
I love it.
So who makes the designs? Penelope, do you make the designs?
Yes. Yeah.
And then how does this work?
I have a pattern maker in China,
Uh huh.
and
What part of China?
Guangdong.
Got it. Can you can you do an impression of what the person in China, what your contact in China sounds like?
She sounds like this.
What do you think she
Hi,
sounds
my
like,
name
Ben?
is Koala, and I'm the pattern maker for Fashion Brand Company.
Ben,
Very
what
nice.
did you think she sounded like?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, like, if
whenever
you
I
had
tell
to-
a story
if you had
and
to
involve
guess.
a person, I usually try to accurately do what they sound like, which can slip into what you might have described as
Sweetly racist.
sweetly racist in my pursuit of accuracy for retelling of stories. So anyway, her name is Koala.
Mm-hmm.
And so what happens? You send the designs off to her and
Yeah. She's the lead pattern maker, but she also is the manager of the factory because we own our own factory in China now.
wow, you
but she-
bought a factory?
We pay the rent,
Yeah,
Oh,
we pay
gotcha.
the
and
rent
it
for
has
everything.
Fashion
Yeah.
Brand Company on it, and everyone has healthcare and
Yeah.
vacation and maternity leave, and
Wow.
we wanted to be able to control all the aspects, and we didn't want to be considered an ethical clothing business. A lot of companies like really tout it as like this amazing achievement, but mostly to say you're ethical just means you're not using slave labor, you're not using child labor, and it's like under 60 hours a week. And so we kind of wanted to go above and beyond.
Yeah. So none of our people are paper garment kind of like basically just all the
Everyone
things that are
works
really
under 40
standard.
hours.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. A lot of things that are really standard for the fashion industry, we've just actively been like, well, let's just not do that. And we can pay a little extra to make sure everyone's cost of living is a bit better, but simultaneously like
And
How many
so-
people are working over there?
about 35
Yeah,
people
it
right
kinda
now.
shifts between 30 and 40 sometimes.
Wow.
Before we get to it, can we talk about the genesis of Fashion Brand Company? How we got, how the company was started and everything?
Fashion Brand Company started, it was originally just me.
Yes, it
Kate
was.
came in later. It started, I was playing a show with my band, Slut Island, and I was really tired for the show, and my bassist said, hey, here's an Adderall. And he gave me an Adderall, and I'm not used to taking Adderall. And then I played the show, and afterwards I said, I don't think that worked. I feel normal. And then for some reason, I felt like it kicked in like 3 hours later, and then I was like up all night long. I think this was like a weird Adderall. I don't know if it was actually Adderall.
No,
but,
it sounds about right.
And then it was like 3 a.m. and I just had the idea of like, I wonder if the website fashionbrandcompany.com is taken, and it wasn't. And I bought it for $40, I think. And then I was like, well, I guess I have to start a brand now.
Wow. Let that be a lesson to all young entrepreneurs. Adderall.
Yeah, do drugs.
Oh, I was going to say buy a URL.
You're one Adderall away from founding a successful
Yeah.
company.
Well, and then what?
So I this
So,
wasn't
like, then what?
this wasn't totally random.
That's it. She bought the domain.
I
and-
had a career in animation and then also illustration and galleries as a painter.
Mm.
And so I started making merchandise that had my art on it, t-shirts and sweaters and pins. And I was able to supplement my lavish lifestyle. No, I was able to like live my life and take jobs I wanted and decline jobs I didn't want because I always had this extra income from art merchandise. So I had a following from that already. But then I kind of was like, I want to branch out. I want to make other stuff, but I don't want it to be under my name necessarily because I have an art career as well. So I didn't want to blend the two. And so I was like, okay, I need to eventually create a separate brand name. And so, yeah.
And because you both had created a website called Witchsea,
Mhm.
Yes.
which I remember, Kate, you telling me about it when you launched it.
Which C?
Witchsea, like witch,
like
S-Y.
Etsy, but
Oh,
for
Witchsea.
yeah.
Okay.
It's not a good name.
Yeah.
We know that.
We know that.
Yeah.
Well, I just didn't know if it was which C or like which. I'm assuming in the C.
Yeah.
But it's which C.
SY.
That's why.
And does that still exist?
No.
The URL does.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, we have it still.
What was
but-
going on which C?
Well, it was kind of
And this was pre-fashion brand.
right.
Which
That
C?
was, and
Yeah.
that I feel like kind of got us like used to running a business.
Yeah.
Because we had to learn everything in real time with that, like all taxes and all that stuff. Well, I learned it.
Yeah. I don't do any of that stuff.
And so, yeah, so we started that, and it was because a lot of artists, including Penelope, were getting banned from Etsy from selling, and that was
Or what?
They shut my whole shop down for a week, which as someone who relied on that income to like pay rent was like traumatizing for me. But it was over one item and they would not tell me which item until eventually like I sent them a really angry email being like, tell me which item. I put sensors and went through every item. And it was apparently I was selling a charcoal figure drawing of a nude woman laying on her side. And you could see a hint of pubic hair.
What?
And it was literally like 3 charcoal strokes of just pubic hair. And that was the issue. And I couldn't wrap my mind around
Does that
it.
mean that someone reported it?
Probably.
Or,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So that happened, and we found out that was happening to a lot of other artists that we knew. So we were like, well, why don't we make something where everyone can sell that's not Etsy and see where that goes? And so we just kind of figured out how to make a website and a marketplace and everything. It was in 2015, so there wasn't really as easy of like website building and plug and play stuff like there is now. It was a lot of work for us. And also we just didn't know what we were doing. So that's why
Yeah.
it took us a bit longer to figure everything
We
out.
invested all of our savings.
Yeah,
We
we-
didn't have any investors or
Yeah. So
parents who funded this.
I know. So we got the site up and running, and from that, we built out this, probably we had like 500 artists selling on there at one point, and then
Just all images of pubic hair.
Yeah. Just
yeah,
pubes.
we just were the whole concept was we won't censor anything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it can be like a censor-free marketplace, which
But you had to be screened by us. So it was
Yeah.
only artists we liked.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so it wasn't people that
Oh,
so it was curated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
So yeah, we did that, and then within a year of us launching, that was about a year later, we then had a big news story come out about us, which kind of also like it made us explode and everything. And so once we were in the middle of that, do you want to hear this story or?
no.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
So
skip
anyways,
it.
this was
No,
a-
kidding.
I know.
Absolutely, because I'm familiar with it, but you had teased that there's a prolonged version.
Hey man, can you pay me back for that sandwich I got?
No,
you?
I'll get you next time. I'll just get you the
I
next
know,
time.
but you say that every time, and then you
yeah,
never.
but
I just feel like I always get stuck getting the sandwiches, and you
Oh,
say, "Oh, I'll
man.
get you next time," but then you never do. Has this ever happened to you?
does this sound familiar?
That's why you need Cash App.
You need
okay?
Cash App because you what?
No more excuses. Okay, pay up. I bought you that sandwich.
Yeah, and this is a real life interaction that this happened one time, and Emil had to convince me, and I said, "What? Am I going to have to download an app? It's going to take hours." And he said, "No, it's so simple. All you got to do is download the app and get all set up, and you're done, and that's it." And sure enough, that was the case. And I paid him, and it was all settled up, and that's how it goes.
So look, when it comes to your money, you deserve to feel safe, from fraud and in control, and that's exactly what you can expect with Cash App. When you get the Cash App card, not only do you get access to a ton of perks and benefits,
Oh yeah, that was a
like
bad part.
exclusive early access to nationwide concert pre-sales or discounts on popular brands, but you also have extra security with the power to instantly lock or unlock your card right from your phone in just one tap.
With Cash App, you can spend, save, and live your life knowing your money is right where you left it. With advanced built-in security, protections you can count on, and help when you need it. Spend with peace of mind today and order a Cash App card in the app or at cash.app/card. Because even though, downloading the app is super simple, and what's even better is getting that dang Cash App card. You get all these benefits, you get the security, it's everything you want, all in one convenient little card.
So for a limited time only, new Cash App customers can use our exclusive code to earn some additional cash. For real, just download Cash App, use our exclusive referral code, BAYS10 in your profile, and send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and you'll get $10 dropped right into your account.
Free
Terms
money.
apply. That's money. That's Cash App.
Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Instant discounts provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures.
So yeah,
Yes.
there's the viral story that went so viral that they then a week later
We have to tell them the viral
did a front
story.
page article about why our story went so viral. Which they were
On-
like, it was on Fast Company.
Fast Company, that's
Yeah.
right.
and,
I remember.
And the writer was like, we've never done this before, where we did a follow-up article explaining why our original article did so well. So we were like, okay, great.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of things we couldn't discuss in the original article because of legal reasons. And so,
So
there's a whole second part of the story.
We
that
should
no
tell
one's
them
ever
what the
heard.
original story is. So
Yeah.
basically what happened was, as I mentioned, we were having a hard time kind of figuring out how to get all this set up. It wasn't as easy and user friendly. And so we were dealing with a lot of people that were just being total assholes to us. And we ended up creating a fake guy to start liaising with people so they would stop being rude to us.
Because you felt like part of the reason they were being condescending and dismissive and all of that, even though it was your business that you were starting, your
And
website.
we were paying them.
And you were paying them.
And they would be like, listen, girls, and just stuff like that. And we were just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
like I'm paying you.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
polite
like
to
not
me.
finishing projects.
Yeah. Or just saying like, they'll be like, yeah, I can do it, over promising. And then we'd be like, you said you could do this. And they're like, God, you guys are so demanding. And they would just like then get on us about how like emotional we were being about asking for work to get
there
done.
was one particular guy that inspired this.
Yes.
And he like flipped out on us and we both were like, oh, this is upsetting. We
Sorry,
need to.
just to clarify, these are employees.
This is
Or
while we were building.
Contractors.
random people that we were getting
Coders
to.
and designers for the Witchy website.
Yeah.
Right.
And was it also people who were uploading stuff to Witchsea?
No.
But okay,
They were all cool, man. They were all artist types.
mainly people you were asking to do work for you.
Right.
People we were hiring.
We were hiring
Yeah.
people, and then that was happening. And so we created this character, and it was just night and day.
Who was the character?
Did he have a name?
Yes, he did. His name was Keith Mann.
Uh,
And
Apropos.
yes. And so we had Keith kind of working with everyone.
M-A-N-N?
Huh?
Mhm. Yes.
M-A-N-N?
Yeah. And everyone loved him. He was the best guy. We came up with a whole backstory for him. He had a wife and kids. So if he was delayed, it was because he was, taking his kids to Little League or something.
Yeah,
Wow, this
yeah.
is beautiful.
And Kate would
Yeah.
always, there'd be the three of us on the emails and, they'd always just be like, buddy, like, can't wait to kick back with a beer. I'm just like,
yeah.
we were doing a caricature of a middle-aged family man CEO.
But it worked.
It worked
Yeah.
And
so
these guys
well.
were like, man, I like this
And
guy.
it was great because it also gave Penelope and I a bit of a way to blow off steam. And I think this has been just like a theme for every business we've done is just we're like, okay, this is hard, but how can we kind of make each other laugh a little bit?
throughout
Or
the
like, how
process.
can we like joke around a little bit and add some lightness to this?
yeah.
This is psycho.
So,
Thank you.
so
I can't believe, I mean, that's just so crazy. It's like when there's the classic stories of like, I don't know, people applying to jobs as with maybe a more unusual name or something like
Yes.
that. And then they are like, fuck it, I'm applying as like Andrew Johnson. And then all of a sudden people are like, come
now
in for
that's
an
someone I
interview.
would want to hire.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
It's very, yeah.
And that's the thing too, is that I think that it was, so when we came out, we had our business already firmly established, and then Trump got elected. And so I
2016.
think that also gave us like a bit of a bump for like a lot of art and stuff revolving around that, and people wanting to be more supportive of independent artists. And then when this happened, it was right before Me Too came out. It was like maybe like 2 weeks before Me Too. So I don't want to say like we are the reason.
You started.
No, you
why
kicked it off.
Wow.
You did.
Me Too happened.
Well, rather
but
Keith did.
yes,
Okay, we got to give credit to the man who
Me
actually
too.
did it.
Also-
Also, you didn't. It was Keith.
Yeah,
to
I
be
mean,
fair,
truly.
It was Keith.
You can't control who watches things. Harvey Weinstein does watch our show from jail, so he's going. You might get some hate mail from him.
Okay,
I
got
can't
it.
hear
But
Johnny.
we've asked the jail. We said, "Can you stop letting him watch it?" And they're like, "We can't.
We can't.
control."
He
what
does have certain freedoms.
Yeah, he has an iPad and he loves the show.
Wait, so you created Keith Man, and then
We did
what?
a press tour, basically.
But what? So what happened? Like you? How
Oh, what's the
did you?
secret story?
Yeah. What
Okay.
happened
Oh.
between? So from what I understand, there was one guy in particular who was being very dismissive, very rude.
Well, we sold a movie deal
Right.
based on this story. And that was the thing, is everyone was like, wow, I can't believe you guys had to be a guy to have all this stuff happen. And we were like, oh yeah, but there's so much more actually. And
Because
they're
suddenly
like,
deadlines are being met, things are
Yeah.
working. Yeah.
So,
So is that the crux? What we just heard, is that the crux of what was
Wait,
able to be seen?
wait, are we allowed to? Can we use names? Because
let's
the
not-
the villain
let's
has
not
a
use-
really good name.
let's not use specific names because I don't want to be contacted.
Okay,
But,
Right.
okay, yeah,
But
yeah.
so that what we just heard was basically the crux
That
of
was-
the Fast Company article.
Yes.
That was like what
so,
you were
and
allowed
that's
to.
what got us the like, wow, what is this like
Mhm.
kind of moment. But then we sold a movie about our lives based on it, and then we got to tell the real story of what actually happened,
which we can tell you because the rights have been dropped, or like
yeah,
haven't
they
renewed
dropped
the rights.
they dropped the rights. So
Yeah.
I can't believe they didn't make that movie.
Yeah,
I
That's
know they're
same.
going to make it with Brie Larson. And
wow, I know it was crazy they didn't make the movie because it writes itself.
Yeah.
No
and
kidding.
I'm not saying that because it's
And it was for the
Me.
time.
Yeah.
Too.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it's very timely, and I'm.
Exactly.
I
I'm
know.
Maybe we've hyped it up too much.
No,
now.
no, okay,
this
so-
is great.
So we did this whole thing where we created this guy, Keith Man. And one of the things that was happening is during that time period, Penelope was writing about that on Facebook and talking about it. And so we would constantly have our friends seeing all these random updates about it. And because of that, we had this guy
Who was a friend of a friend?
who was
I
a
didn't
friend of
know
a
him.
friend. We gotta name him.
Give him a name. Call him Ben.
I want to
Okay,
tell you.
we'll
I
call
want
him-
to tell you what his real name is because it's so funny.
Okay, so we had this guy, let's call him Weasel.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's a
and
Was it Pauly Shore?
No.
Oh,
no. Yeah.
Call him
That would
Weasel is the name.
So Weasel came in and he was he's like, well, I could help you guys out. I'm so sorry that you've been dealing with this. It sounds awful.
I have a lot of experience.
I have
in
a lot
this.
of experience in this realm. I worked for this company called First Dibs, and I have a lot of abilities to help with something like this and help you guys see it to the finish line. And we thought, oh wow, great! Finally, a nice guy. And then he was helping us a bit.
never trust a guy named Weasel.
Well, I think people that have nicknames are to be
Oh, it was a
questioned.
nickname. Okay, sure.
Yeah, no, he a self-imposed nickname.
Mm.
Oof.
So
Not good.
Yeah.
yeah, not great. I feel like if you give yourself a nickname, it's like you got no friends,
Danger,
and
danger.
Also, shaved head and gold tooth.
that he could take
Mm.
out. That he did one time at
Yeah,
What
dinner.
that
was
he would
his
like
race?
take out
The
at
red flag.
dinners.
Sounds,
He'd be like, hold on.
sounds like,
What do you think the race
sounds like a
is?
white guy.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Spot
Yes.
on.
Right.
The red flags on this guy are.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we got to take a quick second to talk to you about ground news. If you're a longtime fan of this show, you know we're doing our best to bring you up-to-date, accurate reporting, and what helps us do that is ground news.
Yeah.
Okay?
Have you ever read two articles about the same event and felt like they were from completely different planets, like Venus or Mars? With today's fragmented media landscape, it's getting harder to know what's real, what's biased, and what's just noise.
So they make it, and they help you, view news with transparency. Okay, they're identifying bias. They're showing different sources. They're showing how it's being framed differently from different sources,
That's really huge.
which side of the political spectrum these journalists might fall on. It's really it can be really helpful for sussing out what's actually going on.
Yeah, they've got this thing called the blind spot feature, and it shows you the stories one side of the aisle isn't seeing. You'll see bias ratings, factuality scores, and even ownership information. So like who funds the outlets reporting the story. Yeah, it's really great. It's an antidote to information overload, sensationalism, and algorithm driven echo chambers. So go to ground.news/Bays for a better way to stay informed. Subscribe to get 40% off the Vantage plan by scanning this QR code or using our link, ground.news/Bays.
Anyways, so we started working with him, and it actually was fine at first. Like we were doing a lot of stuff, and it started to become apparent that there was maybe a real reason why he was helping us.
Sex stuff.
Yeah.
No,
like
I was not.
to get closer to Penelope and like date her and all of this
We did
stuff.
not date.
Yeah, did not date. And so I think when he kind of realized that wouldn't happen.
But we were naive and we let him come in
We were
as
like,
a third partner.
let's be like a third partner. Like,
Whoa.
let's all
Yeah.
work together. This is going so great. Like, because
Yeah.
he was actually helping us get everything done. So it wasn't fully,
And he had big plans, and he was saying there was all these other bigger projects. he was
Right,
working on.
Meanwhile, he's filing complaints with HR like, Penelope won't date me.
Yeah.
yes, exactly. And so when I think that realization finally sunk in for him, that's when kind of the chaos started.
Yeah, and he started like acting kind of like an abusive boyfriend where he'd be like, "You're not working hard enough. What are you doing?" And I was like working these crazy hours where I was like, I got to prove that I'm valuable. And that at one point he was trying to cut me out of the...
Yeah, and then he kept
Jeez.
coming to me and being like, we got to cut her out. She's not working hard enough. And then meanwhile, he would be going to her and saying, well, Kate thinks like maybe you should be cut out or something, or like blah, blah, blah. And then
The
and then
only
he would
time
come
we've
to
had a
me-
rift between us.
Yeah, and then he would come to me and be like, well, Penelope said you're stupid. So
What?
And I
Penelope
was like,
said that you're dumb and that you smell.
well, and
And-
here's the thing. It was like we were getting, it was so dizzying and so manipulative that we were both just getting so upset with each other and just not talking, and all of this terrible like stuff was going on between us because we were just not like, we were like, why
We were
why
getting
do you hate-
gaslit.
Yeah, why do you not like me anymore? What the hell? And so I remember I went over to Penelope's house one day and she's sitting at her desk. She's been working like all night on this. And I just remember being like, why you call me an idiot? Like, why would you say I'm stupid? And she's like, I didn't say you're stupid. She was like, I said it would be stupid. And then we both kind of like started crying and like, we were like, it's him. We like had
It's
this like,
Weasel.
yeah, we were like,
Weasel.
we were like, it's him. He's doing this to us.
And then you started looking into what he was doing and realized that he kind of hadn't been doing anything. For
he
the
hadn't
past
been doing
couple months.
any work. He had
Classic
been-
Weasel.
Yeah. And so
And he was deflecting, and I think he maybe realized he overpromised also, and so he was trying to
basically make it so we either
attention.
folded or one of us left, and it could be like, oh, that was the reason why it didn't work out, not because I failed in any capacity, but because these two idiot women couldn't commit and finish this. So we had this realization, and we were like, it's him. And so we decided to
Was that the morning that you then checked on the website?
No,
Okay.
so we kind of had this realization. I was like, we should just kind of pull back and see if we can kind of get him to
Yeah, we didn't want to
remove
anger
himself. Because we were terrified because we were like, okay, this guy is obviously a little out of his mind.
He was sending us these pretty crazy ranting emails.
like if like
where I was like, oh, this
long
is getting like
messages.
stalker.
And he was
abusive
also in
boyfriend
control of
level.
your entire back end.
Right,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so-
Not my back end, unfortunately.
And so
Mm.
much to Weasel's chagrin.
and so what ended up happening was we were just constantly kind of like pulling things back, being like, no, we got it. We can take care of this. And just kind of wanting to see if he would just bow out on his own after he's gleaming that we don't really enjoy working with him anymore. And so he came to LA. I offered for him to stay at my place, and I ended up staying at my
I was
boyfriend's.
covered in poison ivy. And on the way to pick him up, Kate spills her hot coffee all over my poison ivy arms. And we're laughing. It was traumatic.
It was wild.
And then we pick him up
and then he's just like
ranting
they
about
charge you
plastic
for paper bags in California or plastic bags in California. What the hell? Like, man, like the sunshine. I'm from New York, and we're like, you're from Florida, dude.
And we both remember he's like wearing a shirt where like the armholes are so big you can see his nipples, and we both were like,
yeah, it was just like.
By the way, we had planned this trip months earlier and paid for it, so we were like,
oh, this will be great. We can launch the website in LA, all of us together. Because Penelope lived in New York at one point in time. Sorry, I skipped over that.
I don't know.
So,
are we good at telling stories?
No, you're doing great.
Okay. So, anyways, he comes, and we basically are just like, ew, to this guy, and so we just kind of leave him in my house for a couple days.
I know, it was really weird.
And don't talk to him or anything.
I know.
And then
like
we got back to my house.
Where were you hiding?
I was at Mike's. I was like,
okay.
I was at my husband's. And so
I remember you were like, I don't want to go home. And what's he doing in my? Didn't he do some weird stuff?
So we went back to my house at the end. No, yeah, we found out that he was making. Oh, so this we forgot. We were going to mention this.
His hobby.
Oh. He's a magician.
Cool.
So,
red flags are piling up.
I know.
This one's not a red flag.
Okay,
Magic is
was,
cool.
You guys, this was like 2016.
Peak magic.
I do have to say,
yeah, everybody loves magic back
I do
then.
have to say, magic is cool, but
I mean, my dad is a magician, so I
okay,
think
then
that's.
I maybe won't say what I was.
I don't. I wasn't.
No, he
taught
said we
good
should never
patterns.
trust magicians.
Honestly,
Yeah.
so there's
Yeah,
like
I
a
could pull
decent
anything out of your ear.
There's a decent amount of magicians here. We have
In this room?
no because of the Magic Castle. There's like a lot of magicians in LA and especially on the east side, and I feel like the amount of problematic stories I've heard about magicians.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So go on.
Okay, so we did hang out one time when he first came in, and we were all supposed to be working together, but then we found out he was actually just doing magic tricks
And
on
we saw
his
them.
computer.
We saw them posted to his Instagram, and they were so funny. They were like literally like the kind with like music, and he's just doing like cards. And then I'm like, Kate, that's in your house.
I
And he
was
was just like,
and we were just like, was he just adding music to this video of
guys
him doing a
hired-
card trick?
You guys hired Joe Bluth.
a little bit.
I mean, sure, a little bit, but at least like, I don't know. I feel like I would prefer Joe Bluth.
So then what happened?
So
How did you finally? Didn't
So-
we?
Was this all pre Keith Mann?
no, this
No,
was
this was
post
after
Keith.
Keith
Post
Mann.
Keith Mann,
He
okay.
used Keith to
He
confuse
As an
us.
in.
He used Keith as a smoke
He
screen.
became Keith.
Yeah. So
Sounds like you girls need a real Keith Mann.
I don't know. We're
The
also
greatest
just
trick
like
he pulled was convincing everyone
young.
Keith
We were
Mann
in
was real.
our like.
We were like running
like-
out of money. We had put a ton of money into building this website, and we're like, oh my gosh, we don't have much to show for it. We've put in most of our savings, and this guy says he's so experienced,
Yeah.
and offering.
But
to
he's
help
just
us
doing
finish it
magic
up.
tricks at Kate's
Oh,
house.
yeah, we found this out. And so anyways, so we basically just leave him alone in my place. And then we go back, find like a bunch of 40s bottles, which was really sad actually. And I was just like, he probably just hung out by himself at my place, which I was like, okay. And then he kind of was just like, I've been thinking about it and I think I want to part ways with you guys. And we were just like,
no.
like, oh yeah, that's so awful. I'm so sorry. And we were like, yeah, let's just figure out how to like transition everything that you might have back to us.
Mhm.
And so because of the whole scenario, we're playing this very like emotional dance of like, how do we not show our cards and like piss this guy off because he has all this stuff, but how do we get him to give us stuff back?
Well, actually, I think as a magician, you got to show him
At
your
least one
card. Yeah, at least one card.
right.
Sorry. Go on.
So this was like a 2-week period of him transitioning all the stuff to us. And I started having nightmares about it. And I just remember telling Penelope, I was like, I just know he's gonna fuck us over.
I think I remember this.
I'm having this sinking feeling.
And I told my brother about it, and he's like, it sounds like she has PTSD.
And I was like, no, I'm like, I was like, I know he's going to fuck us over. And so I was having nightmares about it. And then one night I had this nightmare where he was there and he took a baseball bat and started bashing in Penelope's skull.
What?
And I remember being like, what the fuck? And then so I woke up and I
Dang,
was
why is he doing that?
I was like, don't hit her. And I thought
Weasel, no.
Weasel.
Yeah. I was
Weasel, stop
Jeez,
it.
stop with the
Please.
violence.
So and I remember she in my dream, she's like, I can't see. Like it was just like this, like
Someone hit me
like,
with a bat.
it was like I remember being like, it's like a hidden visual. Like I was like, it has to be a message. And so I wake up, I'm like shaking from the dream. And I just was like, you know what? The last thing that he didn't give us yet was he didn't confirm he doesn't have access to the server with all of the like code and everything. And I was just like, I'm just going to call them and let them know that we had an employee leave and we need to update the password. So it should be fine. So I call them and I'm on the phone call with them.
Is this like the webmaster?
Yeah, the people that are hosting everything. And I said, hey, I just wanted to call you. We had an employee who was a little disgruntled and he may have the password to the account still. And I just wanted to make sure we updated that. So could we get that done like now? And he was like, yeah, sure, no problem. He's like, hang on 1 second. And then he's like, I'm going to put you on a brief hold. And then I'm on hold and he's like, okay. And then he comes back and he's like, sorry, did you just delete the website? And I said, no, I'm not even on like my computer. I'm on the phone with you. What are you talking about? And he's like, okay,
Could you put a man on the phone, please?
Normally we deal with Keith Mann.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no, I didn't do that. And then so he said, okay. He looks like, it looks like someone else has logged in during our conversation and has deleted the website.
Download it also.
And downloaded
Yeah.
it as well. So I was like, okay, that's pretty wild. And I was like, what? I'm like shaking. I'm like, holy fuck, like 1 year of work, that like an entire year just gone like that. I was like,
life savings.
and I was just like, this guy, he fucked us. He fucked us so bad. And then the guy's like, actually, you know what? I just locked out that user who was on the website. Let me see what I can do. He's like, okay, just give me a second. Put me on hold for like another, it felt like forever. And then he gets back on. He's like, okay, so I have a backup of the website that he didn't delete. He deleted everything except one backup from 6 hours ago. And he was like, so I can restore everything. And I was just like, holy shit. I was like, please do. And so I immediately was just like, oh my God. It was just like, that's why you don't fuck with us. Like I was just like screaming at like 8 a.m. in my apartment. And I call Penelope.
I heard the call and I was
like,
asleep and I like wake up and Kate's just screaming like, don't fuck with me.
I was like, he tried to fuck us.
Hey guys. And I was like, what?
I was like, he tried to screw us over. And then I was like, I know exactly what he did. And I was just like, he downloaded the website. He was going to be like, oh, your website's not working? Hey girls, I can probably help you. I bet I can figure out a way to get it back up and running.
Or you could have sold the code.
Yeah, he can reinstall everything because somebody has the code downloaded.
A veritable now you see me, now you don't.
Yes.
Kinda
and
thing.
So I was just like, oh my God. And then we were talking about it and I was like, okay, what should we do? What should we do? And I remember I was telling Penelope, I was like, let's do nothing.
Yeah, we never confronted him.
Let's see what happens. And it just was,
Did he ever try to pull anything?
oh, he tried to come back. Yeah. And it was just like,
Weasel always comes
it
back.
was
Yeah.
so sweet because it was just like, we had all of this like juicy information and he didn't know that we knew, but he obviously was like, okay, they obviously know something happened because they were able to put it all back up.
And the website's still up.
But why wouldn't they confront me about this rotten thing that I've done?
So we found out he had done it from his company servers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
His
that
job.
would have implicated his job, which is a very not a high power, but
Yeah, but it
it's a
just
big
would have been
company.
bad. You
Yeah.
could have get fired for doing something like that.
And then
For stealing at work,
yeah.
cyber crimes.
And then
You're convicted of cybercrimes, Weasel. What do you have to say?
Yeah.
we did report him, but nothing ever happened.
But still, it was good. We made a paper trail.
Is he dead now?
No, he
I have
moved
no
to LA.
idea.
Oh, so he's here and
he did.
He did move here.
Wow.
That's, like, I was like,
I
I,
need
don't
to see
even
this
want
guy's
to.
He
Instagram
definitely
or
lives in
something.
Okay,
downtown.
yeah,
he
we can
probably
show you
lives in
later.
the arts district. This would be his neighborhood.
No, I think he
Yeah.
lives in Venice.
oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
Lots of
he's
magicians
dirt
out in
bagging
Venice.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whew, so
Wow,
what did-
telling this story just
but
like
then-
amps me up.
I know.
Still, I'm like,
I'm
oh my-
Yes.
adrenaline gets
yeah,
me.
it's just like it's so visceral.
I
I
Like,
want vengeance.
Yeah.
He did try to sue us. He sent us a fake lawyer letter, which Kate zoomed in on like the lawyer's signature and saw it was like clearly photoshopped. And she was like, "We don't need to respond to this. We never did." But basically saying we owed him $1 million.
I was like,
$1 million?
I was like,
Mhm.
sue us. Go ahead.
yeah, bitch.
so he sent it to
I
us.
love when people threaten to sue. You're just like, do it then.
Yeah.
They
Bitch.
never do.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Weasel. Make my day.
So
Wouldn't it be cool if we had Weasel behind here and we brought him out for
All right, let's bring out Weasel.
bring Weasel in.
So yeah, after all that happened, he kind of then was just like, "Hey, just want to check in and see if you guys need any more help from me or anything like that." And we're like, "No, we got it, thank you." And then like we just kind of kept icing him out, and that's when then he was just like, "Okay, well, I'm going to sue you, and actually, like, this is valuable company, and you guys got to pay me out." And we're just like, "No."
Weasel.
Yeah.
Weasel.
And then
Did it.
basically we wrapped up the website on our
By
own
ourselves.
and launched 2 months later. And
Yeah.
It
I
2
was
remember.
months or 10 months?
2.
2 months.
months.
Yeah.
2 months later, oh my God.
We know a thing or two about that. Getting threatened.
Really?
Yeah.
We had a Weasel of our own a little
We
bit.
sort of,
not
yeah.
quite, not quite.
Go
Yeah.
on.
I mean,
One or
it's,
two.
It was-
one. It was pretty much
There
one.
was like
There was multiples,
there was
but
multiple Weasels.
there was just a lot of we were never quite, it was just a mess, and we weren't allowed to do certain things and talk about things. I mean, we technically were allowed to. It's just that they were so good at threatening us. And
we also got
What kind of threats did you guys
we
get?
got
Like you did
lawsuits.
Yeah, we
for
would
what?
for breaking a contract that said we can't talk about anything. And
In the
it's-
manosphere, have they ever heard of free speech?
honestly.
Thank
Truly.
you.
But
That's-
instead of
mm,
like how you guys did, we said, "Oh, you guys are going to sue us?" Okay.
yeah, and
We'll
I
stop.
partly was like, this will be good for us. We'll amplify our
Every
our fledgling
lawsuit,
new show.
every lawsuit is good. We've had lawsuits threatened at us, like which was
From
real-
Can we?
yeah, we can talk about it.
We
Yeah.
can? Are you
Well,
sure?
they basically just like left us alone. So
A giant theater company
we made a dress that
had a monologue
monologue
of
on
a
it.
famous Australian actress. Am I giving out too much?
No,
Oh,
it's fine.
yeah.
And so
It's
we,
Ben Mendelsohn.
Yes.
yeah, yeah, the famous Australian actress.
Yeah, I love him.
And it wasn't
Oh.
just a cease and desist. It was
They
give
said,
us all of your profits that you've made.
They
from
said,
this,
yeah, give us all the money you made from this,
and
like,
destroy your remaining stock, and send us proof of the shredded dresses. They
Yeah.
were like we were supposed to.
and then we
ship
were like,
them.
okay, actually, instead of destroying clothing, can we donate to a women's shelter? And
said no.
in lieu
They said
of,
no.
we were like, it's the holidays. In lieu of us giving you guys the money, can we donate it to the LA Women's Shelter and give them the clothes? And they said, well, actually, they just stopped responding. So I think that was their
Maybe
no.
that person got fired or died.
I don't know, but it definitely was.
They came in very aggressive, and then just forgot about.
And then
us.
our lawyer was just like, I think it's a great idea that you guys are trying to donate to the women's shelter.
What did you end up doing with all that stock?
Can't say.
They send those pretty willy nilly. I remember back in the days of before streaming really took off and everyone was torrenting everything. I remember with Game of Thrones, it was like so many friends had gotten just cease and desist letters like stop downloading Game of Thrones.
I got that for The Sims.
Yeah. Okay.
Really? Wow. But they were saying
Yeah.
our lawyer was like, talked to their lawyer and was like, oh, they're really serious about it. If you don't pay them, they could sue you for millions of dollars. And he was really, I don't know. He was I kept kind of thinking it was not a big deal. And our lawyer was like, no, you have to take this really seriously.
Well, they
Yeah,
were.
lawyers
they
do
were,
be doing that.
They,
Yeah.
No, well, he was right though. They kept coming back at us and be like, I need all of your statements from all of your financials on this. Like it was way more than just like a hey, knock it off. It was like, give us everything.
Yeah. Or we will take everything from you.
Yeah.
You guys
I'm-
are just dodging lawsuits. We love it.
Yeah, I still I don't have any bitterness about our debacle, but I definitely am upset that we weren't allowed to promote our new because we had left this network and then we're out on our own very quickly. Within like a week, it was just, oh crap, we got to scramble, buy gear. We had no clue. We had never done anything on our own like this.
I mean, are there repercussions if you guys candidly talk about this now?
Honestly,
I
they're
can't
probably not paying
imagine.
attention anymore. But
They've got their own issues.
yeah, the first
And honestly, who's watching this? With
Nobody.
The girls?
Nobody is watching.
the
us.
girls are, but they Yeah.
Damn.
But we
Times like
weren't allowed to
molasses.
tell our existing audience that we were done. Well, that we were moving on to another thing. They didn't let us explicitly say,
Oh.
and I understand why. It's because they were afraid that they were going to lose, that
Yeah.
audience was going to permanently leave them and follow us, which is like, I get that concern, but it's not going to happen. Like, so
We'll have good product and then you won't have to worry about it.
sure. But so all they let us say was like, hey, follow us on social media.
It was very strange. We basically just had to
Super
do this
strange.
last episode where we were like, this is the last one, and we'll see.
Follow
you out
us
there.
on Instagram
Yeah,
for
we'll
what
see-
comes
We'll
next.
see you out there.
Oh.
But then there was one, because the final 2 episodes, they let us say that. And on one of them, I was very dripping with sarcasm. I was like, hey, not really allowed to say what's going to happen, but follow us on Instagram. And I'm like winking for the next thing. And they just cut that out because they were like, all right, fine. You want to play that way? Fuck you. And I was just, ugh.
There's
But-
weasels all over the
yeah,
place.
but so what ended up happening and what bit us is we still, every so often, we'll get people DMing or leaving comments saying, I thought you guys just hung it up. I had no idea that you even started a new show. And it's like, they were effective in their
Silencing.
In their
You should have been more
silencing us.
aggressive
Well,
in
I'm
your
sure-
marketing and promised and said, check us out on Instagram. There's a nude photo of me. And you should have had a almost nude photo of your bodies oiled up
Mm,
and inches away from kissing
uh-huh.
to get attention and to get eyes on the fact that you're starting up.
we're
a
not good at
podcast.
marketing. This is
Yeah.
that's we were bad at.
They did kiss,
You did?
We did, but on that previous show. Yeah.
but it was
Oh.
Yeah.
not that great of a kiss.
We're
It-
not good at marketing. It was a pretty
Yeah,
good-
you're right. It was, well, for him,
It looks
was
like you guys
good.
have never kissed before, the way
Yeah.
you guys kissed.
That was the
Yeah.
first time I did it. I liked it.
Yeah.
And ever
It was
since
wet. It was wet.
then- after
And
that, I was
slimy.
like, "That's what we're doing."
Wait, a peck or an open mouth?
It was full on. He was grabbing my face and my lips were pursed and he was like licking it at my mouth and stuff. It was cute.
Is that how it's supposed to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Typically.
sounds
I
like
did
it.
it wrong.
So you do know a thing or two about marketing because Fashion Brand, out of which sea was born Fashion Brand.
Well, we
Sort
had
of.
worked together on
Hmm.
Witch Sea, and then
Yeah.
fa-
And
she
Witch Sea-
just said Fashion Brand was from her Adderall brain.
Right.
Yes.
So, but
Which she was still going. I guess it went
It
to
was
like
just
2018.
it was kind of just like easy transition to working together,
Yeah.
basically, because it was just like, well, you don't know how to do any of this tax
No.
or like permitting or any of this stuff, and
yeah.
I do, so I'll just keep doing it, but in a different capacity.
Yeah. So the first couple years, I just was doing everything like the packaging, shipping, marketing,
Yeah.
email, socials, whatever. And then it had gotten pretty big to the point where I was still doing everything. And I was like
Oh my god.
pregnant and still packing the orders and like almost falling off of a thing. And
How did you grow it? Was it like online marketing stuff you were doing,
Yeah.
or was it?
I sort of instantly had a little bit of an instant audience.
Oh,
and
sure. You had
customer
stuff from
base.
your art,
Existing,
and
yeah.
yeah.
But it just built pretty steadily and quickly, just like organic marketing of
Mhm.
people tagging themselves in a weird dress. Our stuff is really eye catching. So it's like it kind of markets itself in a lot
Mhm.
of ways.
Yeah.
Is you and I don't know if you still do market it this way as clothing for lizards.
Yeah, we kind of, that was like my initial
Yeah.
thing was I like made all these tiny versions of the clothes. And I started this, I kept doing these posts like, I don't know why everyone's so mad at me. We're extremely clear that the photos are on human models, but what we send is actually a lizard-sized version of the clothes. Please stop reporting us. Please stop getting angry. And then people would, half the people would get it, half the people wouldn't. And half the people would be like, this is theft. What are you doing? This is,
Yeah.
why are you confusing people?
Well,
you
because-
should do marketing for us. This is great.
Well,
That's-
because
Yeah.
also it was during that time where, like, you know how now every time you look at something online, you're like, is this real?
Mm-hmm.
yes.
At that time, we were like, no one was asking that question because
No, you
one-
invented it.
No.
I mean, yes, sure.
Yeah, you did.
Totally.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Yes. So I think that also really helped is just like people that I think it just helped that people were like, no, she's joking. No, she's not joking.
Yeah,
and
no
just
one-
like
no one could
arguing
tell
about
and-
stuff. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, all of our marketing is just usually successful if we
people
know everyone's
pissed.
like arguing about it or
Yeah.
writing out.
That
gets
does
more
seem like a
attention.
successful thing. I mean, it's funny, you brought up Me Too and like people decry cancel culture or whatever, but I'm like, is there one person who's been everyone who's like canceled that just their career is now better than ever?
I know of a couple who never came back.
Yeah.
There's one guy
like Kevin Spacey.
Well, no. Well, he's smaller
Didn't
time.
he get a role recently?
Did he?
I feel like he's in something.
He got a role as a groper.
Maybe I'm just thinking, you know what I mean though? Like comedians will be
Most
like,
people, yeah.
I feel like they say what they really mean is that people are like a little annoyed at me online and they go, I'm being canceled. But then that leads to them being kind of bigger than ever.
Yeah. There was one guy who was, bums me out. This guy from the UCB theater. I forgot his name and he got Me Too'd in around
Kale?
that time. No, I don't think that was his name.
What?
But
I don't know, just shouting Kale.
But he fully packed up.
The people that know who I'm
Kale
talking-
deserved it.
Yeah.
He packed up, moved to the Midwest, and became a mailman.
That's awesome.
Gone.
That's what they call
Gone for
going
good.
postal.
Wow, that's the new going postal. Honestly, sounds like a really wonderful job. Just like walking around.
Walking around, getting those quads and butt up.
I know.
Sorting mail.
I need help in that area. My flat
Squat.
ass. No, I'm.
But
building
anyway,
it up.
I think it's a
getting
good.
better.
I think it's a good tactic.
Yeah.
Employing. You're getting
it-
people talking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's the thing is that when we've done it, it's definitely we know it like creates a bit of a buzz, but it's also just kind of like a joke and like funny for us. We're not really
Right.
trying to like actually we're not thinking about it from this like marketing standpoint of like, all right, how can we create like
Buzz.
what's going to be the most viral take that like
It is
Yeah.
just also it's just us spitballing and making
Yeah.
each other laugh and
Because you've done
Yeah.
a couple things that did get people talking, but I mean, your pieces themselves, I remember my favorite is the Sex House sweater.
Yeah.
Everybody loves the Sex House sweater. You've got the nipple sweater.
Mm-hmm.
Are those still, those seem like evergreen
phased
items.
them.
Demi
No.
retired, I would say.
I phased them out.
Demi retired?
Yeah, they could come
Yeah.
back, but not.
Yeah, they could come back.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
really.
yeah. Okay.
I get kind of sick of my own stuff, and so I'm really always
Yeah.
trying to keep it fresh. I don't want to stay in one place. The brand has evolved so much
Oh,
since I
yeah.
started it. Like the quality has gotten better. I know what I'm doing more in terms of
This shirt
designing.
feels incredible.
Yeah, I really,
Wow.
I fucking love this shirt.
I'm obsessed with.
I'm
like,
going on
fabrics.
vacation a little bit. I might. Can I have
You-
this?
no,
Yeah, you can have
absolutely.
it. Yeah.
And so let's talk about some of the things that pissed people off. Because I know, Penelope, I always saw you selling like a fucking, what was it, a chair for like 10 grand?
Oh yeah, I had a $10 million chair, and it just was originally a chair that said
It was 800.
It was
It became 8 million.
Yeah,
Yeah.
800. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah,
And
800.
It was a chair that I had painted, and I posted it, and I said, "Oh, this chair is $800." And I got a couple comments from dudes being like, "Why would you charge $800? I could paint this." And it was whatever. It was a chair that with a face that said, "Please sit on me" or something like that. And so every time somebody would leave a negative comment, I'd say, "Oh, it's actually I made a mistake. It's $8,000."
Add
And
a
then
zero.
I would just keep upping it until eventually it became like $8 million, and it just became like a thing. There were just so much attention and comments. And then eventually like a gallery was like, "Oh, the viral chair. We have to show the,
Jeez.
And then it like went a little viral on Reddit because somebody thought
It was real.
It was like an accident. Like they thought it was like a chair painted for a child. And like they thought it was like accidentally perverted, but I obviously knew what
Yeah.
I was doing.
I feel like you guys do the internet right, where like if someone's pissing you off, you just go like, okay, fine, fuck it. It's
Yeah.
10 times as expensive. I think we struggle with like we get negative comments and we're like,
Fuck,
why do
we
they
gotta
hate
change.
us?
Yeah,
Why
we got to
do-
change now.
we should
Oh.
change who we are.
Well, you can't please any.
No, you
everybody.
can't.
No.
So you
it's
should
like-
just
it's
be
like, who
yourself and
cares?
let people chirp and say, you know what, fuck
And
off.
getting too defensive is almost admitting.
I know it
wrongdoing.
kind of it like emboldens them, and they're like, "Oh my god, I'm bothering them. This is great."
I have a voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't talk to.
Wait,
yeah,
so
it's like, don't
what
talk
what
to
were
people.
some of these things in this email these emails that you sent are some of the hate things or the promos? Because you said that there was one promo where you accidentally made everything.
No,
oops,
we
everything's
did a
expensive.
promo on our site called Expensive Mode. So it's for people that are poor that want to feel rich.
Yeah.
and
And
they
you literally
can-
push a button in the
on the
corner of the
website.
website, and it adds zeros to every price.
yeah. So
But then
like
if you actually go to checkout, it's not.
It takes
it's
it off,
normal.
yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't charge people. Originally, that's what I wanted to do, but we were like, we probably get so many like.
But
But
chargebacks
people were
and-
mad, right? They were like,
People
"How
were
dare
not. People just.
But even
didn't-
though it wouldn't charge people,
They don't.
Yeah.
And it also said, "Oh, since you're so rich, why don't you donate to either of these charities?"
Yeah.
And it was,
Wow.
it was actually a promotion for charities, but
Yeah.
indirectly.
And
And
then-
we're also making a commentary on capitalism.
Yeah, and the site
luxury.
would like just be like, "Wow, you're so rich. You could buy anything." Just like
You want to
like,
donate
it's
$10 to these
yeah,
two?
it's just like
Wow,
the
you're
site would be like really like gassing you up for being like rich, which was really
It's still on the
fun.
website.
Yeah, it's still there. But
Expensive mode's still there.
Wow.
the problem is that we set it so the site was automatically on expensive mode when we first launched it, which we did it on purpose,
Yeah.
but because we wanted everyone to see it. And so everyone was really upset that we just upped our prices.
Mm.
But the thing is that right now we live in a society where like people paying like $1,000 for a t-shirt isn't unheard of at this
Right.
point, which is upsetting.
You can go up to the very top.
Yeah, there's a little
There's a
toggle up there to the right.
Oh yeah, expensive mode. So for the audio listener, this is the fashionbrandcompany.com
Oh my God.
website, and
Yeah.
everything suddenly went from like $100 to like
Yeah.
$800.
You can see it says like, "Wow, you're rich," like at the top.
Whoa, interesting. I love the I love the logo with the because part of your logo is the clip art of the guy scratching his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like
Boy,
Microsoft
that takes me back.
clip art, I guess.
Yeah. And you did another one involving Jeff Bezos that people didn't appreciate, right? You had me come
Yeah.
in and pretend to be
Right.
Jeff.
No, we got the real Jeff.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, no,
no,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry. You got the
This
real
is a
Jeff
beautiful
Bezos.
website.
Oh,
Really nice,
thank you.
really nice work.
Yeah. Did a man do this?
It was,
This
Uh,
looks like guy work
it
if
was
I've
Keith
ever seen
Mann.
it.
I'm obsessed with the Keith Mann story.
Yeah, me
I know.
too.
Well, we sold the what we didn't mention was like, so we did sell the movie and we would tell people that story about it, and they were like, "Oh, perfect! It like writes itself."
Yeah.
The
You have a villain.
the guy who created 2.5 Men was like, let's make this a sitcom. And he was fighting for it. There was like a bidding war over our story.
Yeah.
And then they just were like, actually, this stinks and we don't want to do it
well,
anymore.
no, we had all these people attached to it, and then we got a script, and I remember being like, "What the fuck is
That's
script?"
not a good
It was
script.
like, I mean, not gonna
So
name
who owns it now?
nobody. So if anyone wants to buy it,
The stories.
I'll
Wait,
buy
but
it. I'll buy it.
you does it revert back to
it
you
does.
guys?
reverts back to
Ah.
us.
We got a
Yeah.
really, because there was a bidding war, we got a great deal.
Yeah. So.
Damn.
And I used that initial money to start Fashion Brand Company.
Yes, that was the
Oh.
initial. Yeah.
There's a lot of
Wow.
Reddit threads about how I must have family money or a trust fund because people are like, how did she even start Fashion Brand Company?
Fuck
and-
you,
and you say
everybody.
Adderall and Keith
Adderall
Mann and a movie deal.
You know, a random movie deal. But
Yeah.
also, I keep being like, do you ask male business owners? Oh, like you must have a trust fund. How could you have started this business by yourself?
People ask us all the time, and I say, yeah,
Yeah, you know how much a
you do
microphone
have trust
costs?
fund face.
I have trust fund face.
Wow.
Shit. And so these shirts are. This is actually a treat for our audience only, right?
Yes.
I designed this collection a long time ago, maybe a year ago, and then I chickened out on releasing it because we did a 9/11.
no, we made it just for the show.
No, we didn't.
It's
Whatever.
okay. No, keep going.
I can't lie.
Yeah, no, you can't lie.
We did a 9/11 promo on 9/11 that said you can either take 9% off or 11% off your order today. And you can show the email. And people really hated it. And people responded so badly to it. I thought, I cannot release this collection. We've just had this. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I like that you're willing to just take big swings.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, this is also just like a really good commentary.
Oh, for the audio listener, it's
This is
images
their-
of the Twin Towers, and today only choose a 9% discount with code 911 or an 11% discount code.
Jesus.
And then we had a
Jesus
website too, and
Christ.
the text is like crashing into the towers like a plane.
Oh my
This
God.
is so funny.
Okay, so the clothes.
So then, yeah, I really chickened out on this 3-piece collection. I actually had this whole narrative that this collection was actually designed by BB. Do you guys remember BB? It was
Yeah.
like a
Oh, yeah,
90s
BB,
mall brand.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
it was
BB.
on this and
BP.
yeah, and I had this whole narrative that like in 2000 they were going to release this collection of this I Love New York collection that had silhouettes of different skylines in New York City.
Uh-huh.
And that there even was like a printed ad, and we've created like this fake BB ad. I wish we brought it, but we have. Anyways, and we even like got a magazine. We're gonna Photoshop the ad in a vintage magazine. But then they had to obviously cut the 3 Twin Tower pieces from the collection. and hold the collection. And then we found the dead stock in a storage facility, and we did a photo shoot, and we bought all these vintage BB tags to really make it look vintage.
Wow.
And that I bought the dead stock and was selling it now to the customers.
And you abandoned that because of how bad the 9/11 discount went over.
I also just like, I don't know. I was just like really sensitive, and I was like, I can't handle people on the internet
I get
calling
that.
me a bad person right now.
But so now, exclusive for our audience, you can buy these. Are they
Should we stand
unisex?
up?
This is a dress.
I mean,
So you've got the
anything can
dress
be
on, and Kate's got the tank that says "Eyes off my twin towers,"
which
they
is
are
pretty
gorgeous. They are stunning, and for the low price of
$9,000.
$9,000, QVC viewers can call in right now. There's a phone number on your screen.
So should we just put a link in the description? For
Yeah,
those
we'll
or
give you
something?
guys a special link. Only Ben and Emil Show listeners
I
will
love
be
it.
able to purchase this collection.
Wow.
I love it.
So
I'm still scared it's going to get out on the FBC Reddit, and we're going to lose a lot of customers.
Well-
It's okay. I always say that every 6 months I try to do.
Well, I
stunt.
coerced you.
and
I coerced them.
men
It's
did
another
it.
man.
yeah, well,
We
and also
gaslit you into doing this.
you guys love the Twin Towers, so we just
I
figured it
legitimately
was
do.
like,
Yeah.
I know you have all. This
I didn't know
stuff.
that.
We'll take
about
we'll
you.
take
They
all
were,
the heat.
were my favorite buildings
Really?
before the tragedy.
And my favorite after.
Oh my god!
No, I went to the top of them in 1998, and
Wow.
Yeah.
my little brain was just like, wow,
There's two of them?
They're so big, and they're cool looking.
Yeah. So
What a shame.
I mean,
We'll
they're
take all
just the buildings.
we'll take
on
all
the
the heat.
shirt. That's it.
Yeah, we're not
So
talking about 9/11.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not
It's
burning.
not-
There's no
There-
plane.
One could say it's an ode.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is
Homage.
like the new "Don't Tread on Me" kind
Yes.
of energy.
Yeah.
So
We're happy to take all the heat.
Do you think it was an inside job?
I think that there was a lot of very deliberate negligence and ignorance at the highest levels of the government.
sounds like
in
yes.
multiple. Yeah, but I don't think that the government had a hand in coordinating it. I think it was just the CIA did not cooperate and work with the FBI, and everybody just kind of dropped the ball.
It could have been preventable.
It could have been prevented, is what I'm getting
Okay.
at.
Is
Yeah,
his
big time.
perspective.
One of the Reddit rumors about me is that I'm a 9/11 denier, which I think somebody just got confused because I've said like I think the government was involved in 9/11, and somebody telephoned that and reiterated
I like
it on the
9/11
internet.
denialism. That's fun.
And somebody wrote, "Do you mean she thinks 9/11 never happened?" And they responded, "Yes." And so there's that rumor going around that I just think it never
people
happened.
love really making up lore about who you are. I think like
Yeah.
there's a weird. Sometimes there is a little bit of like a parasocial element to Penelope, and she's just a sweet, sweet girl
Thank you.
making ugly clothes.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
So wait, there you were going to tell it what else was in those emails. I want you intentionally forwarded us these emails that contained stuff.
Well, maybe we should talk about. Well,
You have hate mail, the one that's here. Scroll down. What is this? Just images from Coco?
no, that's a quote from someone that was unhappy on Reddit.
Can we? Do you want to talk about that?
Do you guys have a subreddit?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Is it those can be toxic? Is it?
ours is great.
Oh, yours is great.
Are just pretty sweet and supportive.
Yeah, we love our.
Except
we,
for this
we
quote.
love our Reddit. Well, it's
Oh
okay.
yeah, it's okay. They can,
We
there
don't.
can
They
be.
can be constructive and negative. We
Yeah.
don't. We don't mind.
I-
Do you want to read
I
this
just-
quote?
I can't read
I can't
this.
read this.
Yeah, I can't see that.
This is just
There it
one
is.
of my favorite quotes that I found so flattering.
Go for it.
We might have to make it even bigger.
Wow,
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah,
I
you
can
guys
read
read it.
Kate, you have LASIK though, also.
No, I know. I can read it. I'm saying she can't read it. She's
Oh.
like sort of blind.
I've accepted that while I enjoy the fit of FBC's clothing and a lot of the style/cuts, I don't enjoy Penelope's sense of humor. And a lot of the clothes are very try-hard, edgelord coated, and just not for me.
For that.
Got
Anyways,
it.
I just really enjoyed this because I was like, oh, this person actively dislikes me
Mm.
and they still like the clothes.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's a real testament to,
And what are these
Power of the
screenshots that
clothes.
you've sent? Oh, that's just the subreddit.
yeah,
Yes.
Got it.
How
Oh.
many subredditors do you have?
5,000?
I don't know.
I think 5,000.
I thought 3.
It looks like 5.7K there.
Wow.
It's
I
been
think.
That's a
growing
lot.
lately.
That's
Wow,
a-
that's fun.
That's a lot.
There's been Reddits about people complaining about how popular the Reddit is getting.
Oh, because
How did
everybody
you-
wants something for themselves.
How
don't
did you
they?
guys get so grounded with not
5.2K.
letting the online hate bug you? You just don't care.
You know what? You guys might be a little different because they
'Cause
are
it's like
probably
our
attacking
person.
you guys personally.
It's like us
Yeah.
as a person.
Yeah, yeah.
So it really affected me initially, and
Okay.
like people would.
Yeah, there were a few times where it would be like people would like say some like pretty rough things. And I mean, especially being online like pre
It was
Co-
2020,
right, pre-
2021.
being online during pre-COVID, it was definitely a point in time where people were like really excited to like
Let their
gotcha-
voices
like,
be heard
like gotcha
and-
to
yeah.
anybody
Ooh,
or
yeah.
like be like, oh, you're actually bad. And especially I think being as a woman business owner, like there's always that desire to just really tackle you and take you down, like, and just be like,
Rooting for you to fail.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And so I remember there were times where it was like really emotional, like, but it I think we kind of had like talks about it and we were just like, you just can't respond to everyone.
Yeah,
you just have
want
to just
respond and you want to defend yourself, but you just got.
and once you start like just not saying anything or not responding to it and just being like, if someone wants to go off in the comments about what a terrible person we are or like why we're like toxic or whatever, it's like that's their prerogative.
Yeah.
And then, guess what? The next post, that person isn't there.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like things move on.
Also, having a customer service person and a social media person to like field all that stuff is
and put a filter
refreshing.
between.
Because if you're doing that all yourself and you're just seeing these like negative comments after negative comments,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we do read them still, but if it's
don't.
like, well, you do sometimes
yeah,
because
sometimes,
because
yeah.
it is sometimes people will note that they'll be like, my order never arrived and no one got back to me on
Oh
the
yeah,
email.
I
Like,
always
so,
take those.
so we
seriously.
do pay attention to those types of things because we obviously don't want anyone to be buying something and not getting their stuff or anything like that. So we respond to that stuff, but we never really deal with anyone being.
I think that's the right move. I mean,
Grumpy.
I think one of you said you can't please everyone, and then you just kind of
yeah,
start
but you should try.
doing backflips to try to appease everyone, and then you just start making this thing for nobody, and it's just like, what did I do?
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
think
happy.
there was
They're
a
not happy.
period in like 2021, 2022 where I felt like the brand started to go
Accommodate
away
that.
from me because I
Yeah.
felt like I was accommodating all these different
Right.
voices, and then I have to constantly like recenter myself and be like, I don't even like what I'm designing anymore because I know I'm doing it for these customers who are insulting me, and I need to stop doing that. So
Yeah. Because they're not your friends. They're not in your social circle.
most of our customers are amazing.
Yes. Oh no.
But-
We love our customers. They're
Yeah.
awesome. It's just like they're the best. But the people that don't like us, it's like
People love to fight on the
it's like-
internet. There'll always
yeah.
be people fighting on the internet about anything, so they're gonna be there.
yeah, it's like if you don't like it, don't buy the clothes.
Yeah.
That's the best.
And if you do
thing
like
can
it,
do.
turn that thing on expensive mode and fill up that cart.
Have tariffs affected you guys at all? I know I teased that at the top, and I just wonder if it has since you
No.
have your. Oh
So-
wow, great.
So
Wow, you're
yes,
lucky.
yes and no.
I thought it was going to.
We
I
thought it was
like,
going to
beginning of the
as
end.
well. And I think one thing that we've learned from Donald Trump presidency is that he always says shit and then he doesn't actually like have the follow through usually, or like something changes. It's like
Taco.
the things are spinning so much day to day that what was happening on Monday is going to be completely irrelevant by Wednesday. And I think we were seeing that so much that we were just like, well, let's wait and see. That being said, I was still looking up ways to like circumvent tariffs by like either
Break the
setting
law?
up. No, just
Can you bleep
adjusting the
out?
law.
Can we bleep this part
No,
out?
I
No,
mean,
no,
I was
you're
just
fine.
looking into ways that might be more like economical. Like, should we be developing product in Mexico or Canada? Like, would that be?
I was looking into ways of how to break the law. You can bleep this out. You can just go like beep.
No,
That
we
was
are. I mean, we're always breaking the law. I
Oh,
run.
yeah.
I run every stop sign.
Nice.
Those are suggestions.
Yeah, they're.
So that happened, and I think that's one thing that we've noticed with this year is every time there is bad news like that or anything like that, it causes a lot of people to start panic buying, whether they're like nervous that they might not have access to things or they're just sad and it
I
feels
bought
good.
like
A lot of honey.
a lot of olive oil and honey.
Yes, I know.
It was
as an audio listener.
it was Greek olive oil and honey.
That's Greek panic.
Yeah. And I was like, this stuff's going to get so expensive. I filled up my Crosstrek with so much Greek and honey. And now we're just holding
Greek and honey, you said?
Greek oil and honey. We're just holding a lot of inventory
You should have
now.
one on your desk.
I know I should. Honestly, the olive oil we've been going through. I mean, we go through a lot of olive oil in that house, but the honey, we still got a good amount of.
Well, honey lasts a long time. So
Yeah.
I
We got a
think
good
you're
amount of honey.
Wow.
Should we, because we're probably needing to, let's tease the bonus episode, benandemilshow.com.
Oh, can I do the voice?
Sure.
You can see a picture of my boobs. All right, sorry.
And my face disfigured.
Oh yeah. So I've known Kate for a very long time, and we're gonna show probably I guess the only old photo I have of us together, and also your recent fucked up face. I can't wait for Emil to see. I can't wait for everybody.
I get a little
so
squeamish
good.
about stuff.
It's so good. Not that picture,
What the hell?
but that's just a tease.
What the hell?
That's you when I was in the bathroom.
Oh my
This was
God.
South by Southwest. Okay, and then I see now in your as we're wrapping this up, I can see now in your email you had a bunch of promos that you were going to share with us. But
Yeah,
maybe we can.
We just pulled a bunch of stuff because we were like, we could pull things, but I mean, like,
Oh, there's me
Oh,
as Jeff
yeah.
Bezos. We can wrap it up on.
It's Jeff Bezos.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
sorry.
no, that's Jeff.
It's Jeff
That's
Bezos.
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, that was
This
really-
was because you guys convinced everybody that.
we were selling to Amazon for like about a month. We
Yeah.
were talking about like, and we did a full like campaign about it.
Yeah, and this is back before. This was 2023.
There's no sound. Oh yeah,
Well,
this was like
we got to reset it.
This was like before deepfake was as easy.
Bezos here with some exciting news for the new year. Amazon.com is thrilled to announce that we are acquiring Fashion Brand Company. That's right. We've done everything from robotics to AI to revolutionizing the home e-commerce experience. And now we're getting into what really counts and what I've always been passionate about, boutique fashion. As you know, everyone wears clothing, from babies to grandma. Fashion Brand Company has always been an ambitious boutique fashion company, which is why I always loved them and admired them from afar. So this year, we're going to help Fashion Brand usher in a new era, and they're going to be the first fashion brand to put clothing on the moon. I think clothes are so cool. So that's all for now. Be sure to stay tuned because 2023 is going to be a banner year for Amazon.com and Fashion Brand Company. I'm Jeff Bezos, just saying, I can't wait to see you get dressed. I can't wait to watch you get dressed. I can't wait to help you get dressed.
That was great. Yeah, wow. How'd you get
My
him?
ex-husband's ex-girlfriend ran into him and was like, wow, congrats on Penelope's Amazon sale. And she thought it was real.
Wow.
Beautiful.
And
I
she
mean-
was like, wow, she must be rolling in it. And he had to be like, no, that was a joke.
And we're crystal balling that a little bit because now Jeff Bezos owns Vogue. And so he does love boutique fashion.
He
Oh, and
does.
Fashion Brand Company was recently in Vogue.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's true too.
Just some clothes.
I can't believe people really thought that you would. I partly believed it when you told me, because I think you gamed me at first, Kate. You were like, "Yeah, we're gonna sell to Amazon or something," and I was like, "Whoa!" Or they're gonna start selling on Amazon. You're gonna start selling the clothes on Amazon.
Oh,
and I
I'm
was
sorry.
Like, really?
I don't know. I just always
Yeah.
am like fucking with you a little bit. So.
We that's okay. Oh, and also they're gonna do our makeup in the bonus episode. So benandemilshow.com.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be fun.
We can make Ben really pale.
Much to discuss.
Thank you so much for
Boobs
coming
to
on.
see. Huge boobs.
Huge boobs.
Oh my gosh. So
So
many
tune in
things.
to see.
Oh my
And
God, whoops.
thank you very much for joining us. Oh, fashionbrandcompany.com.
Check the link
Go get your
in the
lizard clothes.
description.
Yeah. Get your lizard clothes, get your 9/11 clothes.
Only
And
for Ben and Emil listeners.
yeah.
Yes.
Do you want to give a shout out to the kids?
No, but I'll give a shout out to Mike.
I'd like to give a shout out to Kate
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Does that count?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to shout out the person you're with?
No, you can do
You
that.
can do whatever
Because
you
when
want
she's
with a
listening
show.
later, she'll be like, oh.
That was
Okay.
fun.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Coming up on this week's episode of benandemilshow.com.
So I was like, let me see how much I can open my eyes and how much I can smile.
Were you in pain at this point?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It
God,
was so
dude. All right,
uncomfortable.
zoom out. That's
okay,
too close.
it's
It's
too much.
scaring
It's
me.
too much. Okay, so that was me.
So scary.
Maybe one of my kids.
Oh my God.
Were your kids scared?
I just told them I was like, Daddy beat the shit out of mommy.
No.
No.
Although them no sure,
No,
the
this
sabi
is-
people
what is-
way rescue ponies. Say them collect her
Oh
from
my
her
god.
mom.
Okay.
What the?
It
What is
don't-
this from?
I don't know. Yeah, what's with?
Did you?
It's written from like a Jamaican.
Did you turn?
When them first
Nah,
rescue her, them
horrible
try keep
tin.
men away from as she been still they feared them, but
Nah,
gradually she
horrible
started
tin.
to
She
shoot
be
them.
sex.
Not horrible tin. She be
What did
sex
you-
slave, not terrible
This
tin.
cannot be BBC.
Boil cover. Yeah, it's BBC.com.
Shut up.
Oh, is it BBC like porn?
No, it's
Wait,
pigeon.
pigeon.
Pidkin. What's Pidkin?
What the fuck is this?